Testing, can you guys see or hear me?
Yes, we can hear you and see you.
Great. What was the first question I'm
As-
answering today?
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum,
Yeah.
everyone. Okay, so we're so happy to have all of you here, and we are just so excited to share a lot of the new things that are going on with An-Nisa, a lot of the old stuff that is just amazing, so nothing needs to change in those departments. And we want to introduce you to a lot of new programs that we are doing, and talk a little bit about things that are going on in our community, such as the Afghan refugees. Ramadan is about to start, so there's just so much to discuss. So I don't want to waste a lot of time talking, but I want to bring everybody on who are just like the amazing parts of An-Nisa. And I will start just with the new programs that we have. The very first one is our Strong Youth, which is led by Mariam. And we will get to hear from her. The second one is our community fulfillment program, which is just anything to do with community drives, outreach, anything to do with our community that needs relief work, crisis situation, all of that. That is led by Atika Irfan. And then we have our LIH, which is Literacy in Houston, which is a new program helping those who cannot afford to go to college to make it possible for them to go, those who don't qualify for FAFSA and all of that. And of course, our relaunching of I Belong. So I will start with I Belong first. I Belong, as you all know, is a mentoring program that has been with us for a few years. But alhamdulillah, this year we're able to start it off early, so we can get a lot of mentors and mentees in. So I will start with Zaman. He will talk a little bit about what he's been doing, and then we will move on to the next program. Zaman, go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm here to talk about the I Belong program. So An-Nisa does a lot under the social umbrella, and one of the initiatives they have this year is the I Belong program. This program is aiming to provide mentorship to mentees who are struggling from domestic abuse families. A lot of these mentees have reached out and requested a mentor. So the last couple of months, our group and I of 4 program managers have seeked out and interviewed several mentors. And alhamdulillah, as of today's date, we have about 21 confirmed mentors, and there are a total of 23 mentees. So we're still looking for 3 more, but alhamdulillah, we've been able to close the gap and get very close to our goal. Of the total amount of mentees and mentors that we have, about half of them already met in person, and they began that ongoing relationship, checking in weekly, meeting up in person almost bi-weekly. You know, if they're in high school, they're mostly just looking for a friend and someone that can guide them in SAT prep, college applications. And if there's someone in middle school, they're really just looking for someone to hang out with. So we tried to team people up based off their best interests. We have a lot of mentors who come from the business, medical, engineering background. And a lot of these mentees, you know, the ones that are in high school, have a good understanding of what they want to pursue as well. So we try to team people up together based off their interests, and it's going pretty well so far. And as far as qualifications go, additionally, our mentors had to attend a mentor orientation where they learned about trauma, they learned about how to communicate, they learned to overall how to deal with people who are struggling with personal issues and how to take care of that relationship. So we made sure that our mentors are prepared for this relationship they have with their mentees. Thus far, like I said, about half our mentors and mentees have met together, and that relationship is ongoing. We hope to continue this program to be year-round, and inshallah start again next year. Thank you. Bibi, I think you're on mute, Sister Bibi.
Okay, so a little bit, can you just tell us a little bit about how long the program is? So
Yes,
for people
so
who want to join.
The program's going to be year-round. That's a sort of commitment that we're asking for. You know, these students, they haven't had a solid, stable figure in their life for a very long time. What we're trying to do is give them that solid, stable figure in their life, someone to be there when no one else is, someone who they can pick up the phone to call, someone they can text, a shoulder to lean on that's there for them. So we're hoping to make this a program that's year-round, and we're really trying to not dive too much into the relationship between the mentor and the mentee. We want it to grow organically between the two.
Okay, excellent. Anything else you wanted to share on the program for now, or I can get back to you if we need to.
One thing I do want to share is to drive engagement, we're having quarterly events. So our first event is this upcoming Saturday, March 12th at a ranch. And we're hoping to have an event every quarter where all of our mentees and all of our mentors will gather together, just have a group hangout. And we hope to continue this every quarter. But that's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for that update. If you need any information, any of the programs we talk about tonight, please make sure you go to our website, you go to our Facebook, or just call us, okay, inshallah. Okay, so next I'll go to our case management area, which everyone, I don't even have to introduce Sadaf Patel. She is the Director of Case Management for An-Nisa, and she's just doing amazing, her and her team. So I will just let her jump in with her updates.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Bibi, for that introduction. So case management, alhamdulillah, it's been going strong. We've had a very tough quarter. We've had a lot of cases that have been extremely traumatic. We're going through a lot of situations, fleeing and mental health, a lot of needs required. So it's been a very tough few months, but alhamdulillah, the team has come together and we've been at it, and we've done, I think we've had a really good success rate. A lot of our clients have jobs now, they're self-sufficient, they're doing well. But one thing that I want to point out that case management is really working on this year, and which I've mentioned before, is the youth. The youth that come out of domestic violence is extremely important to remember them, because a lot of times when we're working with the moms or the dads, we're not realizing what the kids are going through, whether they go through a divorce, whether they stay in that situation and are working it out so that the abuse is still there, or whether it's the single mom getting her life back together. The kids suffer a lot. So that was the reason for starting I Belong. That was the reason why we're trying to start youth support groups. We are actually, each caseworker is also building a relationship with the youth. We're creating profiles on them. We're working with them to see what they need. We are checking in with them. So we are trying to treat the whole family. Alhamdulillah, we've been doing really well. Again, one of the main hiccups I think that we have is the legal services. That is something that people are assuming that we are able to provide. And that is something that we are struggling with, because pro bono legal aid is very hard to get. It's not easy. It seems like that's people give the same resources for the pro bono, and it's really difficult to get those. Family lawyers are very expensive. So legal is something that, is something that we are, working on and we are struggling with, and it's not something that is that it's easily provided. So if there's any family lawyers out there and you'd like to volunteer, please join us. Other than that, I think we have a lot of financial case management, our case management with the people who are non-DV that are going through tough situations. We help many clients a month. And that's going really strong. We have a great financial case working team, alhamdulillah. I think we're going on a great track. We're working together with our counseling and mental health department. We're working with all of our different departments to make sure that our clients are at the best place they can be, and that we can help them with everything that they need. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadaf, and we'll come back to you with any questions. Next, I wanted to jump to Brother Asif, who is a part of the financial Mawaka team. And I just can't even begin to explain how amazing the team is and how efficient Brother Asif is. So I just want him to talk a little bit about what they do and how they help An-Nisa.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. This is Asif. So this is the fourth year, the lucky fourth year for Mawakhat, since we started back in 2019, and we've been growing steadily. Our partnership with An-Nisa started in 2019, and that has really, really helped us streamline the entire process of disbursement to actually identifying the proper cases and vetting them and doing all that. One of the things that we have tried to do in the past year is to grow our donor base. And that is, I want to mention Kamal Bhai on this. He is aggressively recruiting people to do that. And one of the ways we do this is by giving a platform for people to join. And when people join, it's a very distributive type of system. So people join for various reasons, and then they have the opportunity to help. All right. So we have from like real estate opportunities, investment opportunities, to lawyers, to day jobs, to whatnot, all WhatsApp based, and some professional jobs via Telegram. And it brings a steady flow of people. And we have people from outside of Houston also. And I can tell you, like, even we're currently running a campaign, and we have new donors coming in, and alhamdulillah, they are very generous. So what that enables us is the fresh ideas that come to fruition. They bring new people on the table and give us ideas. They actually bring new opportunities that we can assist others. So it enables us to financially support the families that are in need, which are being brought to us. At the same time, it gives a opportunity to people to volunteer. So An-Nisa has helped us overall. I'm part of An-Nisa, but there are others who are on the periphery, and we've been doing this, going from strength to strength. You know, we are up to like family 350 now in the past, alhamdulillah, the past 4 years. And the best thing about this is most of these, like 99% of these families, are not repeat. So that means that they are getting better. They are getting on board. They're falling behind on things due to bad times or whatnot. And they get trained. They get the help via An-Nisa. They get the financial assistance. They get training. They get counseling, and they get off that support and become partners. And alhamdulillah, that is the biggest positive that I see from this whole effort. So alhamdulillah, it's going well, and I'm hoping for more better things this year.
Yes, thank you, Brother Asif. So a big part of that is really making the people self-sufficient, right? So they don't have to keep coming back. And coming in, they are also helped with jobs. They're helped with whatever they need. Even we've given out some cars and things like that to the ones that needed them. So Jazakallah khair for you, for Brother Kamal, and the entire Mawaka team for doing an amazing job. So now I'll go to Dr. Hamdan. I think everyone knows Dr. Hamdan, mashallah, now. One thing I want to say about her, she's the director of our mental health area, but Dr. Hamdan is the one that is making us like better each day. You know, she gives us sometimes dirty looks or whatever, but then she comes up in a class and a training and a workshop. She's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to get even. You guys are going to learn more and more. So mashallah, every day we're just learning more. She's doing amazing, amazing trauma training and all sorts of training with the entire organization. Dr. Hamdan, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thanks, Bibi, for that lovely introduction. So there's a lot to say. I think to keep it simple, 3 areas I want to cover. From a mental health perspective, An-Nisa is a trauma-focused mental health, and that's very different than traditional talk therapy. In general, there's 150 different type of modalities. I think anyone from our culture, if you're from Pakistani or Arab descent or whatever, we all have trauma. And the way you go about that is very different than going about it with traditional talk therapy. So both myself and a couple of the other therapists have been taking intensive trauma training to make sure that we're learning from the best, but also so we can help our clients. And we are serving 2 types of clientele. We have the domestic violence clientele that we're working with, but then we also have non-domestic violence, but also considered trauma clients. Just in the past year, in the 3 months of this year, we've seen 111 clients so far, 367 sessions. So we're busy. There is about 7 or 8 of us part-time working one full-time, and that is with all your psychiatrists. So we're definitely keeping ourselves very busy. But at the same time, the demand is sometimes more than what we can actually serve. And sometimes we have to refer people out if we feel that we're not a fit for what their specific problem is. So alhamdulillah, people are asking for more mental health, and that's great. At the same time, there's certain things that, we don't specialize in, and part of our responsibility is also pushing that back out into the community. Some people are covered from the grant, and if they're not covered from the grant, there is a fee that is associated with it. But once again, when you understand the complexities of what's going through, and this work is very heavy. It's not something that you just can come in and talk to someone and then everyone's going to feel better. There's a lot of things in our community that we don't talk about, and inshallah, which brings me to, I talked about the trauma training, the clients that we're serving. We have 3 support groups that we're still ongoing, one in Arabic, Urdu, and English. And then inshallah, for the rest of the year, we really want to start figuring out workshops, because we really need to educate our community more on mental health issues, because this stuff, it runs deep and we don't even understand it. And the more knowledge and awareness is, the younger generation is jumping on it sooner, and they're not going to wait till they're 40 and 50 to come and get it. We're seeing an influx in it. And as Sadaf said, we're really focusing on the youth. But at the same time, we need to keep, reaching out into the community. So hope that was helpful. And if there's any questions, we'll answer them later on.
Okay, great. And can you just introduce a little the people on your team? I know there's Amna.
Yeah. So then, there's Amna Ashak, who's a full-time sort of therapist, Fatima Sultan, who's working with us as well, Iman, Rubina, there's the sister Tahira that's been, there from day one. And then Shahnila has been our newest addition, Crystal, who's been there. And then our famous psychiatrist, Dr. Zeki, who keeps us all sane. Sometimes I wish she'd give us all a drug to keep us safe. And then we also, Brother Faisal, was it that we recently added on as a psychiatrist? So, we're always looking to recruit new people. So if anyone's interested, has some experience in trauma work or wants to start learning, reach out. And we look forward to kind of working more and figuring out how much more we can keep doing.
Yes, excellent. Thank you so much, Dr. Hamdan. We'll come back with any questions. So I am so excited about this part. Okay, so our community fulfillment part is something new that was just thought of, because we always end up being the ones that lead whenever there is a crisis or a relief effort that happens in Houston. So what happens is the entire An-Nisa team leave all of the stuff that we do and we jump into these crises. Dr. Hamdan and Safra and them came up with an idea. Okay, why don't we just have a separate team that does this? And hence Atika and her team is here. So what they do, they take all of our drives, all of our crises, and they are going to be the lead on it. So Atika has been doing an excellent job with her team on the Afghan situation. I cannot even begin to tell you guys how many families, I think close to 400 families that we have intaked into our organization. And the work is extensive. So I'll let Atika tell you a little bit about what she's doing.
So thank you, baby. Thank you for introducing me. And this is definitely a new part of An-Nisa. An-Nisa has always been doing this. I think they have always stepped up whenever there's a crisis. They always step up and they help the community. But this is an organized way of doing it, so that not the whole team gets, not everyone in An-Nisa gets disturbed and they can just volunteer. So this is our job. Whenever there's a crisis in the community, we are supposed to step up. We are supposed to, and that's what we have been doing with the Afghan refugees. When we visited them, we saw them, the agencies were doing a good job, but still they were overwhelmed and there were too many of them to handle. So we have tried our best to help them feel comfortable in this country, to help them become a part of this community. And we have had a lot of help from our community members, from our volunteers and everything. In this year, we've already had a clothes drive, which was very successful. We gave clothes to more than 800 families, I think. And it was with the help of the community, because we got a lot of stuff from everyone, and we should thank everyone for that. And in the future, what we are doing as Ramadan is coming up, we are planning to give them like groceries and stuff. We are making boxes. We are coordinating with all our suppliers to get the best things for them, whatever they need, whatever they require. And what I would request the community, if they want to chip in, I would suggest they should contact us so that they can be part of this good deed. And inshallah, we will work more on this. And thank you.
Okay, so one thing that Atika, I wanted to talk about are the items that we are actually supplying to the families are basic needs, but necessities, right? The things they really need. And one of the important thing that Atika makes sure that she does are those families that need bikes just to go get groceries or to get to work, because obviously we're not going to be able to provide all of these people with cars. So, I mean, we've provided from anything from clothing to household items to just anything that they need to get themselves stable and settled in. And, you know, food, which was very important, is being supplied by ISGH. And they have been helping a lot on the food. I mean, I don't know what we would do. So one thing I want us to really pay attention is that even though Houston has one of the largest amounts of these families that are here now, alhamdulillah, because of organizations like An-Nisa, like ISGH, like everybody that are chipping in, the individuals that are doing it, we have really averted a big crisis that could have been a real problem. So nobody is going to sleep hungry, alhamdulillah. We're trying our best to make sure everybody has what they need, and it's amazing so far, mashallah. So
And
the next one I wanted to go to is our newest program, and which is like something that we've been waiting for a good 2 years since COVID started. And that is our Strong Youth. And leading that is Maria Malgafir. She is very new to An-Nisa. And her and Aisha Patel have been doing, I don't know, they sit like for hours all day, and then they came up with all these things. So I'll let her introduce the program to you guys and a little bit about what they're doing. Go ahead, Mariam.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Again, my name is Miriam Al-Ghafir, and I'm a junior at the University of Houston. And I am the new youth development lead at An-Nisa Strong Youth. And here at An-Nisa Hope Center, we are really trying to make it a goal for 2022 to get more involved with our youth in Houston and surrounding areas. My personal goal for this program is really to empower the Muslim youth in the community and to help them build strong, meaningful relationships with one another. And my mission is to create that strong environment. What strong stands for is a safe, trusted, resilient, optimistic, nourishing gathering. So the purpose of this program is really to foster a space with open communication and to allow the youth to grow through genuine and authentic relationships with one another. We plan to host a number of events, including like volunteer events or career coaching, in-person and virtual talks, as well as other activities for our youth. This program is intended for youth ages 12 to 25. And a lot of the youth in these situations, they tend to be in a shell, they tend to be very shy. They don't interact much with others. They might have mental health difficulties or other circumstances that they have to navigate. The world is ever changing and our suicide rates are rising. People have issues with, family, friends, relationships. School is very stressful. There's a lot of things that puts pressure on our youth, and they do need an environment, a space where they can talk about that, and where they can have other youth that are going through the same things. And so I do want to create that space and build those relationships and build a family within the program. And alhamdulillah, inshallah, our Kickstart event is actually this Saturday. And I'm so excited. We are having a day at the ranch. We will going to the Apple of Sham Ranch from 1 p.m. to 6:30. And we're going to have a variety of activities that we planned out. Aisha, my intern, has helped me plan it out. We have horseback riding, a petting zoo. We're even going to do s'mores and a couple games and activities. So I'm super excited. On top of that, we planned a volunteer event for March 26th, where we will be creating care packages benefiting Shifa Shelter. So we're currently accepting donations for that volunteer event to build those care packages. We're also working on a video series for the youth to discuss topics that pertain to them, whether that be mental health, whether that be, managing school, career options, things like that. And we're also, of course, preparing for Ramadan that's coming up and trying to prepare our activities for that month. Um, of course, to get information on our program, to stay updated on everything, you can go to An-Nisa's Instagram. We also have our own Instagram for youth, which is at an-nisa.youth. So I post all the updates, and post our volunteering, our events, donations, everything on there. And I really look forward to meeting with our youth and planning these exciting events and programs and getting them engaged.
Thank you so much, Mariam. And we are all looking forward to this because honestly, we know the youth they themselves are looking for a space where they can, just get involved and share what's going on with them. So thank you so much for taking on this initiative and making, I couldn't believe how quickly you have brought us here. So alhamdulillah, that's amazing. So before I jump over to Safra to talk a little bit about marketing and new stuff that's coming out, first of all, I wanted to thank each and every person of this community for always supporting us. And without you, we could do nothing that we are doing. I can't even begin to tell you the amount of donations, furniture. We have delivered trucks and trucks and trucks of furniture. We have done, it's unbelievable the amount of things that this community has done for others in the community. We're so blessed to have you. You're always there up in front. We ask and it's done. And alhamdulillah, we are very, very blessed to be in this community. And we thank you all. I just don't even have the words to say thank you. So I will jump to Safra Khan for a minute. She'll give us an update about marketing and other things that are going on. Go ahead, Safra.
Thank you so much. So for this year, we are so excited for everything that we have planned. If you guys have not yet found out, we started a podcast, and our podcast basically covers everything from case management at An-Nisa to, everyday mental health issues to even more serious issues into domestic violence. And we're gonna maneuver through to help you guys understand basically everything that An-Nisa handles, but give you guys more of like a well-rounded way of how to handle these problems, or maybe how to even help a loved one through these problems. Another exciting thing that we have that's going to be launched hopefully before Ramadan, inshallah, is pre-recorded video series. So we have a few in the works. Exciting news is that the first series will be launched before Ramadan. We're going to be focused mainly on self-development and how you can make the most of this Ramadan. We are also going to be focusing on how community fulfillment is so important and impactful in our communities. Exciting things happening on our website. We will have literally nonstop updates for you. So if you would like to find out anything about An-Nisa, I would say that the first place to find it out would be our website. So be sure to log on to an-nisa.org for donation information, volunteer information, all of that good stuff. We have some pretty cool things going on. So definitely stay tuned. Sign up for our mailing lists. Like Mariam said, we have 2 Instagram accounts, one for our youth and one for our main programs that go on. So please be sure to follow us and keep up with all of our latest updates.
Excellent. Thank you, Safra. There's just 3 things I want to mention because it's huge for An-Nisa. Number 1 is our education department with Farzana Ahmed. She's just amazing. The tutoring academy, she has tons of tutors. Our kids are being tutored on a daily basis. She also has Quran classes. So Quran Academy is there. And I don't know, Sadaf, do you know how many kids are in the Quran Academy right now?
I don't have the figures, but we have classes every single day.
Yeah, so we
every
have classes
single day, 7 days a week.
Right. And the kids are doing it on Zoom.
They're
We have
doing amazing. Yeah, we
teachers
have
that are doing it. Yeah, amazing.
volunteers that are the teacher. We have a certified teacher that's teaching, and we have volunteers that are helping in the breakout rooms for like listening and stuff. But we have Islamic studies and Quran, and a lot of the refugee kids are also availing that, because that is the thing that they had asked us when we went for home visits that they wanted. So there's a lot of refugee kids that are also getting those the Quran classes, and you know, a lot of people that are not able to access, go to the masjid and stuff, are mashallah learning Quran for the first time.
Yeah, and
So it's a
especially with
big blessing.
transportation.
And
with
our teacher's
transportation.
amazing. Sister
Yes,
Hayam is
mashallah.
amazing, mashallah.
Yes,
Mashallah. Everyone
mashallah.
loves her and they love learning with her.
Good. The second thing is our helpline. I mean, we have the best, I'm going to say it, okay? We have the best people on our helpline, mashallah, Samina, Sana, Fatima, just all the girls on the helpline are just,
Sonia, Kiran,
Kiran, of course, and Rosie is on there.
Sonia.
Yeah, so they do about 7,000 calls a year, which is a huge amount for our community. And lastly is our logistics team. Atika is a part of that logistics team. Rosie Mushtaq, Brother Imran Tahir is the lead of it. Amazing work they do. I don't even know how they get all that stuff done. So I just wanted to share those people because they're not here tonight, but I just wanted to share that with you. So any of you have any last things you wanted to say before we kind of close up? Dr. Hamdan? Okay. So Ramadan is coming. We have a lot of programs. As usual, we have our food drive. We have our iftar. We have we give out gifts to families. Sometimes we do the toy drive every year. There's just so much stuff that happens. This year we have a huge job fair with the city, right? Sadaf, can you just a minute of that, of what the job fair looks like so far?
Right now it's in the works. So we're working with different organizations to try to create the biggest, a huge job fair to make sure that all of the refugees that have not received, gotten jobs yet, because a lot of them have their 3-month time period or their 6-month time period being over in terms of the rental assistance that they're going to be getting. So they are really actively looking for jobs. So we're trying to get everyone together, all of the different agencies together and work, and they're all of the agencies are, you know, trying to get this together to make sure that we are able to provide those resources to these, you know, to the people looking for jobs and ensure that they get those jobs as soon as possible.
Right.
And only by collaboration is that possible.
Yes. So all of the resettlement agencies are part of this job fair. So they'll be bringing all of their clients. ISGA Job Networking is a part of this job fair. It's just, you know, everybody around. I think there's a lot of other organizations that Sadaf knows that are a part of it. So just please make sure that you guys just, you know, be out there, help us when we need volunteers and everything. But just thank you very much, everybody, for everything you do. Jazakallah khair for supporting us, supporting our causes. And, you know, we have a lot of causes. Every day we come up with a new cause. So that's it. So anyway, thank you for sharing, spending this time with us. And we will, inshallah, update you in Ramadan of things that are going on, just to keep you in check of everything, inshallah. Okay, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.